So Kevin, this is the big breakfast morning that we've been waiting for ages. It's gone quite well.
Yeah, we had a great turnout. Just unreal the amount of people that have come out, and it just shows the support that there is for next week. So I think every bit helps with the support we're getting, and just shows by the turnout today.
There's a lot of excitement about this Ulster Final. How are the preparations going?
Yeah, going good. Since the Monaghan game, we've really refocused things and looked at where things went wrong in the first half and tried working that. So we've had a couple of friendlies, everyone's gone well, and boys coming back from injury, so it's all looking good, ready for next Sunday.
Have you had opportunities to go out to Clonus and have a go at the pitch out there?
Yeah, we were down last week, so all the boys got their run out on it. So listen, it's no different than anything else. The only thing would probably be a bigger crowd and that, but listen, the boys are used to it at this stage, and it'll be no different than any other pitch. We just look to put in a performance, and we'll see how Sunday goes.
And this Donegal team, now the media, certainly in the south, are really promoting this Donegal team as the next big thing. What do you make of this Donegal team?
Yeah, definitely. I think you can't argue they have an Ulster title under their belts from last year, and run Dublin very close, who were All Ireland champions. So listen, we're under no illusions what's ahead of us, but we're up for the challenge, and Donegal have put Dara and Cavan to the sword, so Tyrone were next up and put them away. So listen, we're up against a big challenge, but we'll give it a good rattle and see how it goes. And
a good performance from Tyrone yesterday. Does that say something about Ulster football?
Yeah, I think it goes to show there's good teams there, but I think there's a lot of surprises. Tipperary beating Wexford and different things like that. So listen, anybody in their day can beat anybody, and we'll be hoping next Sunday will be no different.
And Antrim, of course, with that big win over Galway yesterday.
Yeah. We played Antrim last year, and we got our fill of it down there only for a couple of goals from Keelan and Martin. But fortunately, they're not there for us now. So a big win for them, and we'll just focus on our own game next week and take care of that job.
So what about injuries and the sort of preparations in general? How are things going?
Slowly getting boys back. Big Dan, Niall and Dan and Benny all doing their bit. So they're in the frame, and it's just a matter of game time and different things. But plenty of boys competing for positions, and it's an Ulster Final. They're all looking to play some part.
So the supporters are looking forward to this too, and I see that there's some bunting and flags and stuff starting to appear around the county. Yeah, it's good. You see some of the ones that are still up from 2010 floating about, but no, it's good to see fresh flags going up, and it just goes to show the bit of buzz it gets for people, and it's a nice thing for the players that we're having that sort of effect on the area, and it's the young ones now coming and supporting days like this here, and hopefully someday they'll get the opportunity like ourselves to play. Thanks very much, Kevin.
No problem.
So this is Brian McAvoy. Brian, what about this fundraising breakfast then? It seems to have gone very well.
It seems to have gone well. We have 3 venues this morning. We're here in Canal Court in Uri. We've had the Wellington Park in Belfast and Slieve Yard in Newcastle, and I'm still waiting on reports from the other 2 venues, but certainly here in Canal Court there's been a very, very good turnout, and it's a good bonding opportunity and chance for people to come in and kids to come in and get their breakfast served with the players. So hopefully they'll be serving a different type of dish next Sunday in Clonus, and roasting a few Donegal people as opposed to roasting sausages or whatever they were doing with them this morning.
Absolutely, and a great atmosphere here this morning, and traditional Irish music, and lots of supporters here as well.
Absolutely, we had the McGee family here from Mayo Bridge, and the extended family playing, entertaining us all as we came in, and certainly here then there was good camaraderie, with people coming, and as I said, being served by the players, and just it was a good opportunity to mix in a very relaxed and casual way with the players and with friends, and we've tried this venture before. It's popular. I know a lot of clubs are doing it as well, so we've done it with the National League, and we've done a number of ones before championship games many years ago, so it's good to see Down back with a bit of buzz and back in another Ulster Final, and serving up a tasty dish this morning, and I'm sure we'll do the same next Sunday.
And of course there's a serious side to this breakfast as well, in that it is a fundraiser, and there were also raffle tickets available this morning, and those are on sale this week as well?
They're on sale this week, through the clubs. I think they're only £1 each, so certainly you wouldn't miss it. And it's just another fundraising exercise. Just I think that draws on Wednesday week. And yes, usually there is a serious side, Seána, to what we did this morning. Inter-county level now, it's not cheap, and a lot of preparations. The team have been prepared well. I mean, we played Meath and Clonus over the weekend. We've 2 more sessions then this week. James will do 2 more sessions with the boys, and hopefully just getting everything geared now for the Ulster Final next Sunday. But it is expensive, yeah, and this helps defray some of the costs.
And in terms of that preparation then, we're hearing that the injuries are all clearing up at the moment.
Yeah, it seems to be, from what I can gather from the camp. I think we're almost a full strength panel, not just quite, but almost. So that's good. I mean, obviously the likes of Benny coming back to shape. You have Niall McKernan back. You have Dan Gordon all available. So Declan Rooney. So that's positives. People have been out with on long-term injuries. So it's positive, and I think maybe gave James a bit of a headache, but I'm sure it's one he's happy to have.
It's a good headache to have. So can you call it for us, Brian? How do you think it's going to go on Ulster Final Day?
I think it's going to be a very, very difficult ask for Down. Donegal, they play, as we know, an Ulster defensive system, but they have it off to a tee and they counter-attack very well. I don't think our forwards will get as much space as perhaps we would like, but I think we have enough craft and guile and ability to counteract that. So I wouldn't be surprised now if we had a bit of an upset and a red and black victory. It reminds me back to 1981 when Donegal were going back-to-back to win Ulster titles, and no Donegal team has ever done that before, and they went in against Down, raging hot favourites, and I was quietly confident then, and I think I'm quietly confident this Sunday as well, that we can spring an upset.
And good news on the hurling side as well this weekend, with the minor hurlers having won the Ulster Final replay yesterday.
Yeah, I think the last time they won it was 1994, so a bit of an omen there maybe. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we all thought when we didn't win it the first day that we'd maybe missed the boat, particularly having to go back into Antrim again yesterday, and as a curtain raiser to Antrim and Galway. So obviously Antrim had, particularly during the second half, a large vocal support, but I think the young fellas hurled really well, and I think it's a sign of progression that normally it would only be players from the Arts who of course have given a wonderful service to Down hurling and continue to do so, but I think we had something like 5 players from non-Arts clubs playing yesterday, so that's a sign of progress, and hopefully it's something to build on. It's good. A long time since we won an underage hurling title, so it's good to have some silverware back in the county.
And as you said, the last time the minors won Ulster was in 1994, and obviously that was the last time we won the senior football championship as well.
That's correct. That was, so hopefully it's a good omen. I remember actually the All-Ireland semi-final in '94 was part of a triple biller in Croke Park, so I think the minor hurlers had an early start that day, it ended. They unfortunately lost that day, but the seniors beat Cork. But I think we're maybe getting ahead of ourselves here. I think we'll take next Sunday. We'll take next Sunday first, and we'll take it from there.
Brian, thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
We're in Monaghan Street. It's Sunday morning. We're just heading to down breakfast, but we had to stop in and interview these guys here. Fair play to them out on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. It's Kevin Lilly and Jimmy Mallon from the Railway Bars Down Supporters Club. Boys, you're doing a great job here today.
Thanks very much. I'm proud to do this work for the Down team and for all the supporters. We've been busy the last couple of weeks organising our bus and what have you for the people who go with us all the time. We're running buses all year for the National League, and we're really happy with our arrangements are going to the minute.
We have a 52-seater bus. We've got it full up. There's a lot of people want to go and we just can't fit them in. It's for the supporters and their friends, and we go to all the matches and we generally get a bus full up anyway. So this is the part of the town. Well, people might think it's Armagh, but it's not. It's Newry County Down, and always will be.
Well, I remember in 2010, whenever we reached the All-Ireland final, that it was noticeable that you've actually pulled out all the stops at this end of the town, and you've done a great job of decorating it. Now, you're going to turn a few eyebrows here tomorrow and a few heads. They were looking at this coming into Newry tomorrow morning, but you've been out early doing it.
Yes, as I say, this is Newry County Down and always will be. We're all from the Meadow area, and we've always played with Bosco. That's been our local club, and as I say, we're proud Down supporters.
And you have a good core there of supporters that always go to all the games. I remember seeing you in Mayo, and you have been down in Cork.
Well, we've been sort of going for the last 10 years, we're just running buses and whatever, but it's only the last 3 years we sort of formulated things. We're now a supporters club rather than just a bunch of fellas going, and girls, I must admit, as well, because we've got women on our committee as well too, so we're not a sexist club or nothing like that.
That's the way to have it. So looking ahead now to the match in Clonus, any predictions, any thoughts?
Well, we know it's going to be a tough game. Everybody has Donegal as favourites, and as Joe Bradley says, we had our final, so we'll see about that there. We expect a tough game from Donegal, but if we play the way we played the second half against Monaghan, I can see no reason why we can't beat any team in Ireland on our day. Of course, we'll have to start better like we did against Monaghan in the first half. It was poor, but the players know that and the staff know that, and so hopefully we'll start well, and with Benny and with Dan back, and with Ambrose. Remember, we had an Ambrose for the 2010 All-Ireland final, and I think if we had had him, we could have won it. So we've no excuses this time, except for the sad news of Conor Garvey not being available, but we have a full squad and we're really, really confident.
Well, I just reiterate what Kevin said. Yeah, we're confident. We're not going there to lose for a start, and if we play like we did in the second half against Monaghan. A lot of people say, well, we were terrible in the first half, but you have to realise that Monaghan only scored a goal and 2 points in the second half as well. So it was a stiff wind, a very, very gusty wind that day, and it was hard getting into. And in the second half, we just took our points, and at the end of the day, we brought on Benny, and Benny sort of turned the game. Him and Liam Doyle. Liam Doyle's an Allen man who goes on. He's one of the finest players in Ireland, and if we can get him fit on the day, he can do the business. But let's hope it's a nice sunny day like it is today. With the sun at our backs, Down's always a good side.
Boys, if superstition's running to go by, the Down Miners won the hurling Ulster Final yesterday, and the last time they won it was 1994, and a week later the footballers played. What do you think of that? Are you into this, or do you watch for signs? Or?
Well, I'm not really superstitious. I would say fair play to the boys for winning yesterday, but every game's different. Every year the teams are different. But if you go by the results so far this year, if you look at Roscommon beating Armagh, a lot of teams, Meath doing very well as well. So on their day, anybody in Ireland can beat anybody. So I wouldn't be superstitious, but
I think we have the basis of a good side for the next couple of years. Because if you look at them, the average age is probably only about 24. You know, and a good experienced people in that, like Benny and Dan Gordon. And you have to realise Dan Gordon's not that old. Like in 2003, I think he was 17 or 18 when he was in the Ulster Final, scored 2 goals. That one we were robbed at, got beat by Tyrone in the replay. So, you know, there's a mixture of youth and experience in there, but for the next couple of years it looks good for Down. You know, there's a lot of young lads coming through as well too, so I think we're going with high hopes. We're confident enough. You know, we're not going to watch them lose. We're going, and Down as the underdogs are a team to be watched and feared, and always have been. I don't like being favourites.